Africa over racing!
I'm Lafros Duplessis, Advanced Life Support Paramedic from M&D Medical Support. I work for Marina Duplessis most of these events. It's really nice events to work for. We do normally all specialized events, off-road, as you can see, music events. We even do like where people go do research. We will go with that team of people.
And we need all those people out there to help us go racing and keep everyone safe and clean. We thank you. Willie Feldman out there in the old Bantam Boot there, and he'll be happy with what Flip has laid out for him. And check how wild he starts to get as he drops the hammer in one of the oldest Bantam Boots out there. But he is absolutely flying right now. The categories are starting to close in. The E40 of Hendrik Reinicke and Hendrik Reinicke Jr. enjoying their time, father and son. And this is how you bond relationships. You go bucky racing. E7 as well, starting to climb the ladder. Charmaine van Aswegen and Colleen Croshaw finding their feet as they get after the halfway marker of this incredible Koster 200. It really has been a good journey. The kids have been out there. The juniors, we've had the senior bikes, the senior quads, and an incredible lineup from all of the buckies, side-by-sides, and buggies to put on the big show. These guys have thrown down some amazing lap times and enjoyed their time behind the wheel, sometimes by themselves as well. The B28, the single-seater situation, and that's always going to be a wide one. Akil Jacobs, no one else to join the party. Him, himself, and nobody else. Single-seater racing, only for the brave. The rest of the special vehicles, you're always going to have a buddy on your side should you have any mechanical problems out there, and it's always nice to have someone to talk to. Julio Ferreira and Ethan Ferreira teaming up for the day once again in the LoadNet P55. The rest of the buckies then making their way through the F1. So strong a run from Andre Vermeulen and Ferdy Petersen. They were one of our late starters, and they've made a lot of passes out there in the field. The C69 of Andre Vermeulen and Craig Galvin. Know Craig very well, and he'll be able to guide his way through. As out front, it is a two-horse race as the side-by-sides go duking it out. Who will it be? Because Nico Durant is absolutely flying, as well as Werner Mostert. And then the D10 starting to climb the ladder a little bit further down the field. He's going to be in the mix, though. He's going to be one of the lappers that becomes a moving speed bump, as they say, but still pushing hard, as is Johan Stein and Ronald Smit. A little bit further down, Pajeros. These used to run in the Dakar pretty much in stock spec. So the D8 of Gerard Becker and Johan van der Walt waving the flag for Pajero. Teams that are running out front trying to go for the big overall, the D33. Such an incredibly strong drive coming out of this squad. Francois van der Walt is pushing on. Kerry Prinsloo on the notes, trying to get the job done as well. They'll be trying to be the leading bucky, because once again it looks like the side-by-sides may have been able to jog on and really get the bit of cheese, because these buckies are hurting at the moment. But this is a very, very fast drive out of the D33, and they'll be happy to bring it home and try and get a top 3 overall come the end of play. The G1, the people that opened up the track now, dropping down to second place, Robbie Leishman and Maureen Leishman. But the T12 is flying, and for the last couple of laps, posting the top time. So the BMW is coming of Dana Foss and Cornell Berger. They have really got the bit between their teeth here at the Koster 200. Great shots as they come on home, not far away from wrapping up shop. And after a rough start to the season, they have really found the settings that work for them on that BMW. The rest of the categories then, Charmaine van Aswegen and Colleen Croshaw just tippy-toeing their way through as they get chased down by the single-seater of Akil Jacobs. One of the little nasty divots that really slows the pace here. Even the national guys would have to slow for this one. Otherwise, you'd be just diving into the face on the other side and snapping valuable pieces off your vehicles. Well, that's one way of doing it. Pretend to be the police. Someone will move over. Nice work coming out of the Leishmans. The rest of the field then just making their way through as they eyeball the finish line. Not too far away. Willy Feldman and Cornelius Niemann. Not too far away, but sounding like they had some gearbox problems. Looks like one of our top production vehicles here, the D33, the pairing that have been pushing on, trying to get the job done. Francois van der Walt and Harry Prinsloo. Some last minute maneuvering just to bring her home. They've had a very consistent day as well, and they can pat themselves on the back. They've done themselves proud, and the single cab Toyota Hilux, job done for the day. The P47 of Giel Nel and Dierwoud Hatting, we said that they're going to be hard to beat and unbeaten at this event. They look like they're going to walk away as fastest vehicle in the specials. Incredible racing throughout all of our categories, and a tough day for all concerned at the Koster 200. Everyone just trying to squeeze that last little bit of extra time out of the final lap before they can come home and draw a line under this round of the Africa Off-Road Racing Championship Series at the Koster 200. Once again, brought to you by N1 4x4 Cruiser and Toyota, your four-wheel drive experts. The Bantam that never says die comes on home as well. So the F2 still in the mix and still able to line up to go for their next race. Velman and Niemann going to be happy with that. The confirmation then, it is the T12 BMW of Dana Voss and Cornel Berger get the job done as Akil Jacobs comes home as the top single-seater. Julio and Ethan Ferreira have done themselves proud. Look like they're going to finish inside of a top 5 for the special vehicles in the P55. So the Loadnet crew will be happy with that. Side-by-sides have been really putting on a show for everyone out there. Nico Durant and JG Clausen bouncing and bucking their way to the finish line, trying to chase down on being the first of the side-by-sides. Looks like they might have just missed out on that one, but they'll be happy with the flag nonetheless. Here's how it looked in the breakdown of the categories then. Special Vehicle Class B, it was Akil Jacobs winning out ahead of Johnny Walker Jr. and Senior. They got the 2 spot. Into the Special Vehicle Class P and C, P was all about Giel Nel and Dierwoud Hatting, and C, Andre Vermeulen, alongside Craig Galvin. Onto Production Vehicle Class D, all about Francois van der Walt and Jacques Buerter. They did 2 laps each behind the wheel, and it was Harry Prinsloo keeping them safe, telling them exactly where to go. They got a good job going there. Production classes E, F, and G, it was Charmaine and Carleen with their win. F went to Willy Veldman and Cornelius Niemann, and Class G went to Robbie and Maureen Leishman. And in the Production Vehicle Nationals, it was Dana Voss and Cornel Berger with the win.
Msefi, you, I imagine, did not finish today's race. Tell us why. Why does this amazing car look like it does now?
Well, we stopped at the road crossing and then the wheel decided to go before we were there. So off is the wheel. That was it.
Christy, you just finished the Forces 200. Tell me, how did the day go? Do you have any problems?
No problems. Koster is really one of the best routes we've ever driven. It was really nice. A lot of dust a lot of dust. But with my pit crew next to me, my daughter, my dad, they made it easy for us.
The fewer female drivers, could you tell me what your responsibilities as a navigator are? To sit beside Chris, who cannot be an easy task. What is expected of you?
My job is to make sure he stays en route, knows where to go, and that he listens when I speak. And that's the main fun thing about it.
That is what it's all about. The Koster 200 has had everything. We've had kids, juniors, young, old. Even Petru trying to get her finisher's medal here, and she gets it. Well done. She is one of our ladies behind the camera crew here. But the Koster 200 is definitely delivered, and we hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be bringing you much more like this, so stay tuned.